In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a dynamic warm-up. The purpose of the dynamic warm-up is to get your body ready for training in a short amount of time. Let's start. The dynamic warm-up consists of two parts. First and foremost is dynamic movements, and the second is muscle activators. Dynamic movements allows you to take a joint through a range of motion while focusing on a muscle stretch. This may also involve switching between two stretch positions. Some may refer to as dynamic stretching. Let's take a look at some examples of a dynamic warm-up. Adductor to hamstring stretch. Start by lunging to the side and make sure to point your feet forward. You can push your arm into the side of your leg to put further emphasis on stretching those adductors. Thereafter, move into the hamstring stretch and try to straighten your legs as much as possible. Next, lunge into the other side for the adductor stretch. Make sure to hold each stretch position for 3 seconds. I would recommend completing this movement pattern for 10 repetitions. Long lunge to hamstring stretch. To start, take a big forward lunge. You should aim to get your knee in line with your shoulder. Make sure to sink your body into the stretch by allowing your back knee to rest on the mat. From here you can rock back into the hamstring stretch part. Make sure you try your best to straighten out that leg while maintaining a forward posture with your upper body. You should hold each stretch position for 3 seconds. Continue to switch between these two stretches for 10 repetitions. Quadriceps to hip flexor stretch. Take a step forward and square your hips so that your pelvis faces forward. This is key to getting the maximum stretch in those quadriceps muscles. Start lowering yourself until your knee touches the mat. Raise the same side arm, as this will help add a little more intensity to your stretch. Hold this position for 3 seconds before lunging straight back up and then repeating the movement for 10 repetitions before switching to the other leg. Side to side swipes. Lie flat on your back with your arms spread out to your sides. Lift your legs and keep a 90-degree bend at your knees. Next, drop your knees to the side while trying to keep as much of your upper body on the ground as possible. You should feel a stretch in your glutes and lower back. Then swing your legs over to the other side. Continue to swing your legs left and right for at least 10 repetitions. The sleeper stretch. Lie down on your side and tuck your legs in a little. Place a rolled up towel under your head. Move your bottom arm so that it is directly in line with your shoulder joint. Bend your arm and use the other hand to grab your wrist. Now gently push down on the arm until you start to feel a stretch in the back of your shoulder. Please note that the range of motion for the inward rotation of the humerus in the shoulder joint depends on your level of shoulder mobility. Be gentle with this and focus on slow, controlled assisted movements, and gently push your limits to improve your range of motion. The second part of the dynamic warm-up focuses on activating a muscle through a continuous movement pattern. First up is hip abductions. Stand with your feet close together. Lean a little forward and tighten your core to help with stability. Lift the foot of your working leg off the ground. Start to swing the working leg out to the side. Once you have reached your maximum height, bring that leg back into the starting position. At first you will struggle with keeping your balance, but as the nervous system starts to wake up, you will find that the movement pattern becomes easier to do. Now repeat this movement 20 times before switching to the other leg. T's, Y's and W's. These three movements are great for shoulder health and warming up the muscles in and around the shoulder joint. Start off by doing the T's, followed by the Y's, and lastly the W's. I would recommend doing 20 repetitions of each movement. Here is a link to the detailed video breaking down how to do T's, Y's and W's. Next up is wall angels, and I will go through 2 variations. Both these snow angel movements are great for improving shoulder mobility and activating those intricate muscles involved in shoulder movements. First is the vertical wall angel. Standing with your back against the wall, your heels, butt, shoulder blades and head must stay in contact with the wall. Bend your arms and tuck them into your sides for the starting position. Now slide your arms up towards the ceiling until your arms are straight. Please try to keep as much of your arms and the back of your hand in contact with the wall throughout the entire movement. If you do not have good shoulder flexibility, you will find it difficult to get your hand as far back enough and you may lose contact with the wall during the movement. However, give it your best and you will see your shoulder joint mobility improve. Now let's look at straight arm wall angels. Again, place your heels, butt, shoulder blades and head against the wall. Start by placing your arms at your sides next to your body. From here, raise your arms out to the sides while keeping them in contact with the wall. Continue with the circular movement until your arms are over your head. Try your best to resist moving any point of contact away from the wall while performing this movement. I would recommend doing both snow angel variations and performing at least 20 repetitions of each movement. There you have it, guys, a great way to use dynamic movement patterns and muscle activation exercises to warm up your body, improve your mobility and get yourself ready for your workout. Have fun with these, guys!